So Max Verstappen very much is treading on eggshells, or to use a bit of a hockey phrase, probably on a bit of thin ice right now when it comes to Formula 1. If he has any incident in the next two races in Canada and also Austria, then he, of course, could get some penalty points. And if he gets one penalty point on his license, he is banned for the following race. Now, of course, the situation does get better after that. But interestingly, even after that, he has to go all the way until late October. He will have to go all the way to, I believe it's October 27th, without getting 3 more points on his license. So 2 points will be taken off after the next 2 rounds, but he's going to have 9 points on his license until at least late October, around the time of the USGP and Mexico. So very much he has to be careful. But despite that, he's very much openly saying in the press that he is not going to change how he drives. He's not going to change his approach to Grand Prix racing. So let's have a look what's been said on this guy's full article on the F1Chronicle.com, as always. With a race ban looming if he collects just 1 more penalty point, Max Verstappen is adamant that his driving style will remain unchanged heading into Canadian and Austrian Grand Prix. The reigning Formula 1 champion enters the weekend on thin ice after his run-in with George Russell at the Spanish Grand Prix bumped his penalty points up to 11. 1 more in the next 2 races and Verstappen would face a 1-race suspension, something that has never happened in his F1 career. It's very rare that it's happened in Formula 1 in general recently. I mean, Kevin Magnussen last year, that was the first race ban since Romain Grosjean got one back in 2012. Despite the risk, Verstappen says that he won't be dialing things down. No, nothing changes, no. Verstappen told reporters, I cannot just back out of everything. I'm just going to race like I always do. I trust myself. Is it fair that I'm on 11 points? I don't know. But at the same time, life isn't fair. I don't worry about it. I just come here and race, and I will always race hard. He added, I'm not here, of course, to try and get a ban. FIA stewards can issue penalty points for a variety of on-track infractions, from causing collisions to breaching safety car protocols. Accumulating 12 in a 12-month span leads to an automatic 1-race suspension. Pressed on whether he believes the current total is fair, Verstappen says, I don't need to go into that, to be honest. I mean, what is fair? If you look at it like that, I don't worry about it. I just come here to race, and I will always race hard. Race how I think I should race, and then we go on to the next race. The incident in Spain, which saw Verstappen forcefully cut into Russell's car, sparked criticism. Initially, Verstappen showed little remorse publicly, but shortly afterwards, he addressed the clash on social media, acknowledging that it was not right and it shouldn't have happened. Explaining that post ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix, Verstappen said, the post was sharing my view of things, how I thought the race panned out. Not ideal for me, but that was my statement, and then I went back to enjoying my day. It was a misjudgment, clearly in the corner, but you don't need to go into full detail of why, how and what. Everybody makes mistakes in life, everybody learns from them, and we just move on. Currently sitting 3rd in the Drivers' Championship standings, Verstappen trails McLaren's Oscar Piastri by 49 points. I mean, like I said at the time, Verstappen, he normally knows the rule book inside and out. He normally knows how far he can push things, but on that occasion, he went too far, and he's even admitted that. Move on from it. I'm not, there's no point just wailing on the guy just for making a mistake like that. It was a clear error in judgment, and he's apologised for it. He said he, shouldn't have done it, basically. So it's one of them things. But the fact remains that he's 1 point away from a ban, which, like I said at the time, he'd be the first champion to get a race ban in Formula 1 since Michael Schumacher back in 94, I think it was. It's been that long. I can't think of another, aside from that, a champion anyway. It's very rare that we get any kind of race bans anyway. Grosjean 13 years ago and Magnussen last year. That's kind of it over the last, 15 years or so? So yeah, your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Can Verstappen keep his cool? Will he be able to avoid a penalty? He says he's not going to change his approach, which I don't think that's the wrong thing to do. I think that's fair enough. He always goes into Grand Prix weekends the same way, and it's worked for him very well. He's won a lot of them. He's won like 60 odds. So, the thing that he needs to control is the rage, and whether he can control that, if there is another rage-inducing situation like he had in Spain, where a number of different factors conspired to very much make him angry in the car, will he be able to control it? I don't think he can. But the likelihood of that happening in the next 2 races is relatively low, With this hanging over him, with him knowing that if he does something like that again, he's going to get a race ban, I would like to think that he would control himself, but we'll see what happens, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always if you want to see more like this, and have a fantastic day wherever in the world today, and we'll see you very soon, guys.